Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I have the nudie patootie collection here, and this is my first time using Lauralee's products. So yeah, I am so excited. Um, I have all the brushes. I have the nudie patootie palette. I have the little case here, which I think is cute. It doesn't have a weird smell like a lot of makeup bags have. But anyway, the only brush I don't have right now, but I still wanted to film, is the L17 because I always wash my brushes when I first get them. And this one is just, the hair is just coming out of it. I think when it was going through the assembly line, possibly, that it didn't get the glue or whatever they used to hold it down in there. And yeah, RIP to my L17. But I did get a hold of customer service. They already sent me a confirmation for my order that they said will probably process Monday. So, but we got lots of other brushes here. We got all the brushes here and the palette. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever tried anything from Lauralee. These brushes do feel quite soft. So yeah, and oh, and this is the Nudie Patootie palette. If you have never seen it, it's a neutral palette. It's not usually one I would go for, but I really have been wanting to try Laura's brand out. So yeah, without further ado, I hope if you're new here, you'll consider subscribing. And that being said, let's get on to this tutorial. I'll prime my eyes and do my brows, and we will BRB. Alright, so I have my eyes primed with my Anastasia primer, my brows done with my Benefit Precisely My Brows, and I want a little bit of a fluffier brush than what's actually in the collection, so I'm going to start out with my e.l.f. J Kissa J3 brush. And I'm going to pick up some of this streaking shade right here and use this as my transition shade. And pat out those creases. Use a little extra moisturizer today because I needed it. My eyes were actually pretty dry. So there's that. Oh my gosh, look at how that blends. Okay. I figured I'd love Lauralee because I love Lunar Beauty and they are best friends. So surely they share ideas, maybe? I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to take the L18 from her brush collection and I'm going to go into this shade right here called Bear and basically put that pretty much where we have that first shade, but a little tighter in the crease. I definitely want to extend a huge thank you to Laura and her team. I gotta admit, when I went to wash that brush and it fell apart like that, given my experience with Glam Light, if you're new here, it was not a good one when I bought the paint palette collection. Yeah, I was pretty sick to my stomach. I was like, oh my god, in order to have the whole collection, I'm probably going to have to buy this brush by itself because I'm not dragging Thomas out of the house into, Thomas is my special needs child, into infected, possibly infected areas just for a damn brush. Going back with that first brush. But they were so kind and they messaged me right back. I sent them pictures and yeah, very huge thank you. Very much appreciated. So I'm going to stick with that same brush, I think, and go into some of this Butt Naked shade right here. And I'm going to focus this mainly on this outer V area right here, just to start building up some depth. And I'm not having any trouble blending these. And this brush that I have right now is extremely soft. So I like that. I think I'm going to keep with that same L18 brush and actually pick up some Nikkia, because I'm going to really see if I can smoke this out. Yes. And I mean, that's not looking bad at all. I'm liking the smokiness. Wing it out just a little. I am not a makeup artist, for those of you that are new here, but I like playing with makeup. Gonna go back with that first brush and just like a boop boop into that bare shade, just to make sure we're seamless and blended. That is pretty so far. Now this is normally when I would go in with that L17, but instead I'm going to take my Alamar brush that's pretty comparable to it and lay down my NYX glitter primer, and we'll dive into some shimmers, shall we? Yes. Alright, so I'm not 100% on what I want to do with this look, but yeah, I think I'm going to go in with topless right here with that same Alamar brush, and let's just see what she looks like. I'm gonna put this on this front portion here. Oh, that's a nice satiny type formula. I like satins. They're great for everyday looks. They're not as out there as, like, say, a straight up shimmer metallic. These are definitely more wearable in my opinion. So I do like that in the palette. And I do looks like this, like if I gotta take Thomas to the specialist or whatever, because I don't want to give him a heart attack. And I want him to take me seriously, because I'm very serious when it comes to Thomas's medical care. Like, to the point where I'm mean. Alright, I'm just gonna flip that brush over now, and because I can't resist, this looks in the pan like it almost has like a goldy shift to it, this Jaybirds shade, so I gotta grab some of that and I gotta put it on my eye. I just got to. Ooh, now that's more metallic-y for sure. That is so pretty. Then just go back and forth with those shades till you like where your blend is, as usual. I really do love the shift of that. It's like a bronzy, rose goldy, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a really, really pretty shade, like really pretty. Just gonna stamp a little with my finger here. Then I'm gonna take my next finger and go into a bit of buff, I think, just because I want to see what it looks like, and that is so pretty. And just hit this outer V up with that. Oh, I don't like this palette more than I actually thought I was going to. Always a good thing. Yes, Laura, you did that. Just gonna go back with that L18 and make sure that this is blended. But I don't want to totally blend that coppery, bronzy, or brownie shimmer away. Oh, really pretty. Okay, I think I'm going to use my Kat Von D. Oh, no. I want to try this. Let me get my Melt Pot Liner, BRB. Okay, so from the 420 collection, I'm going to use the shade Spliff. It's a nice chocolatey brown with Laura's L20 little eyeliner brush. And yes, I already know I like this formula, so I know what to expect. Let's do it, shall we? I love that chocolatey brown of that spliff. But anyway, let's see how bad I did, shall we? I really suck at wings. I really need to practice. That's all there is to it. I need to practice. But this brush worked really, really well. It's not the brush's fault that I am incompetent when it comes to wings. But it is, it's a little stiff and pokey when I go to do this portion right here, but not real bad. Just, yeah, a little stiffer. Anyway, let me get my face put on. Oh, we're gonna do face together because yes, there's more brushes. Let me put my primer on. Hourglass primer. I do want to say I didn't even wipe my face off. I went to put this primer on my fingers and I was like, oh crap, I didn't wipe my face off. And I was like, oh wait, I don't have to. There's no fallout. So this is definitely a palette thus far that you could feel pretty comfortable. If you do your base first. Does that make sense? Anyway. Best primer ever. I've repurchased it twice already. Okay, so another thing I've been really loving lately is the Hourglass Illuminate Liquid Powder Foundation. I use the shade Nude, which is, if I don't stay out of the sun, not going to be dark enough or light enough, dark enough for me. But as of right now, it's still not too bad. But I really like this. I live in Florida, Central Florida, and it is very, very humid here. And this seems to really, really hold up to that humidity. So there's that. And it's light wearing for me. It feels pretty light on my skin. I'm going to take the L7 and just start working this into my skin. I'm not a huge brush foundation with a brush type person, but I haven't found the perfect brush either. They're hard to clean, and I clean my sponge after every use, so seems to be applying my foundation really nicely actually. And it is super soft. She was not lying about how soft these are. I will fix my foundation lips in a moment. I don't worry about the coverage on my forehead most of the time because I almost always have my bangs down, but I may leave them up today because it's rainy and humid. My stepdaughter's supposed to be coming over in a little while, so I kind of wanted to get this filmed and ready to edit tomorrow probably while I'm watching What's Up in Makeup. If you don't watch What's Up in Makeup, you're missing out. I love Jen. Anyway, that is the foundation. It is a light coverage foundation for sure. You can build it up a little bit more, but I don't because my skin is usually not real bad. So moving right along. I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape in 16N. I believe that said at one point Fair Light Neutral. Anyway, and I'm going to do a little concealing here. I don't need a lot of this because it's, yeah, hella coverage. But I do want to cover this baby up if I can. A little bit at least. Anyway, I forgot to damp my sponge, so BRB. I think that's getting a tad too light for me with the current situation here in Florida. Giving me all this sun. Anyway, moving right along, I'm going to take my L12 brush and my Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. This is just a translucent powder, but it's the bomb. Get a little bit on the cap there, and set these under eyes. I usually will grab a bigger brush to set the rest of my face, but I'm taking my Luxie 502. I like to set my eyes with a little brush, but I gotta use a big brush for the rest. If this video is forever long, I'm sorry, but I was excited and I wanted to share it with you, and I felt chatty today. Anywho, as you can see, this Nikkia Joy powder, even having a light coverage foundation on, if you look up close, I mean, that's a nice powder. The only thing I hate is it's an Australian brand, so I normally order 2, so when I get down to 1, I can reorder 2 more because it takes a couple weeks to get it, and it's even worse with the current situation of the world. Moving along. I don't think I'm going to contour today because I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually doing laundry and, like I said, waiting on my stepdaughter. So I'm going to use my Fenty Shady Biz with my Luxie 520. The brushes in Laura's collection are a bit too small for me to bronze with because I got a big old face with beady little eyes. No, not really. But yeah, I like this bronzer, and I haven't used it in a while because I've been hooked on my Hoola bronzer. So I was like, we'll give you a shot. But I've really been digging or enjoying not contouring on, most days. I just hit it up with a little bronzer. Well, these days with a lot of bronzer because, like I said, I'm getting tan. So when I put foundation on, it actually looks a little too light on me, but that's okay. That's okay for now. I always just take like any angled brush and do my nose. I'm going to take the L14 angled brush, which I guess I could have possibly used this for bronzing, but I really like to swirl that bronzer in there. And my Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush, because I love it. And I think I'm going to, let's do some Twilight. this orangey blush here, and let's just mix a little Stargate in there. So we're just gonna have a little mixture because I'm extra. Woo! Okay. I love this blush. You do not need a lot. You kind of want to be light-handed with it, but it is so beautiful. And it stays on your face all day. What do you think? So pretty. When I want to be really extra, I'll just go boop, boop, boop. And just on the apples of my cheeks. Which I really didn't want to be this extra today, but I love blush. I am a blush whore. And this is one of the best blushes I've ever used. Just saying. Alright, gonna take my e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist. This feels so good on my face. Give her a little spritz. Pat her down so we're not looking cakey. We'll do the lower lash line and all that good stuff. Alright, I'm going to start out with my e.l.f. J Kiss It J5 angled brush into Nakey. Can't get over that. That's Laura. That's so Laura. She is just so cute. Anyway, I'm just going to put this on the first quarter to a third. Gonna take the L19 brush now, and I'm gonna pick up some of that Bare shade right there and buff along the rest of that lower lash line. Alright, gonna take the L16 here and pick up some of this stark shade right here and pop this in my inner corner and on my brow bone. And then I will pick out a lash and a liner and a lip. Buff my face, put some highlighter on. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so my lashes are my Lily lashes. These are either Chicago, LA, or Houston. I gotta actually go back and watch videos and try to figure out which is which, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I buffed my face with my Jaclyn Hill Luminous powder in Brighten Up, and my lip liner is Bodyography's Heatherberry, but I actually wanted to come back on and use the little highlighting brush here, the L15. I don't know if it's meant to be a highlighter brush, but these type of brushes, that's what I use them for. So I'm going to use my Jaclyn Cosmetics palette. This is the Flash palette, of course, and I think I'm going to mix these three right there, and yeah, just give a little swirly in each one, and let's see how this brush does, because I know I love this highlighter, and I know I love how it goes on and all that, so I picked this one. I know you can't get it, and I'm sorry. We should all petition Jaclyn Hill that she needs to bring these back. But anyway. Okay. God, these brushes are soft. This one is really soft. Like I said, the only one was that eyeliner brush. That L20. That was a little, and that's, I mean, they're really packed in there. The bristles are, so that you could get a oh god, I can't think. A precise line. Holy cow. I knew I'd get it out eventually. Anyway, yes. Doesn't look bad at all. I love this highlighter. It makes me so happy in my soul. And to finish things off, I'm going to use my Lunar Beauty Daydream lipstick. I don't know why I looked at the shade. I know the shade. It's my favorite lipstick. I use this almost every day. I think I'm going to take a tad bit of this shade, Gleam, and pop that right in the center. I've been liking doing this lately. I think it adds a little something to the lips. Yes, and then about the end of the day, I'll be like, okay, I'm tired of having matte lips, and I will pull out one of my glosses and throw them on. But I'm going to try to remember to jump back on here at the end of the night so we can see how this makeup wore in my Florida humidity, hot AF every freaking day of my life. And yeah, let me pull my hair down and we'll get to some final thoughts. All right, so this is the final look. What do you guys think? I like it. I like the brushes. I even like the foundation brush. So yeah, this might become my new friend. We'll see how difficult it is to wash. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed playing with these products. If this eyeshadow holds up today, this might be one of the ones I use when I'm going to doctor's appointments for Thomas, because I really like the way it blended, how easy it was to get the eye look done. And yeah, I don't regret buying any of these products. Like I said, the way this happened with this brush, this just had to be an assembly line issue, because my other brushes, I mean, you can tug on them pretty good and they're staying together. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you picked any of the brushes or if you've ever tried any Lauralee products. Really regretting that I didn't get the highlighter palette, but maybe next time. Anywho, if you made it this far in my video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you'll take a second to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope again that you will subscribe, because I would love you to, and I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments, and we can be friends. Anyway, have a great rest of the night or day whenever you decided to watch this video, and lots of love. I hope you have a safe weekend, or had a safe weekend, because I'll probably put this up on Monday. And we will see you on the next Teresa Tries Tutorials. Bye guys!